The Office has become one of the greatest staples in comedy over the last 14 years. After binging the whole series on Netflix, I'm officially hooked. Not too long after binging, I discovered the Dunderpedia website and found out a whole bunch of information on behind-the-scenes facts about every episode from every season. So I thought it would be fun and interesting to make a 9-part video series covering an interesting fact from every episode from every season. Now, I know you're thinking, wait, isn't that what Angela Kinsey and Jenna Fisher are doing on their new podcast, Office Ladies? Yeah, and you don't have to watch this. This is just a fun idea for me to do. Plus, they're only doing one episode at a time, where I'm doing multiple episodes at a time for, each season. Plus, I had this idea before the podcast was even announced. I'm also going to try to be ahead of the podcast. While we're on the subject, go subscribe to Office Ladies. It's a great podcast. So with that all out of the way, today we're looking at Season 8. Robert California was manager in the list for only 2 seconds. The second shortest time as manager goes to Jim with 4 hours. The Sabre Pyramid tablet in the incentive is a spoof of tablet computers, specifically the Apple iPad. Oscar breaks a car window in Lotto so a dog inside can get some air, but the sunroof is clearly down when Dwight pours his drink into the sunroof so the dog can get something to drink. The attire Connecticut Casual and Garden Party is an actual attire that is used specifically for garden parties. Attendees wear button-down shirts, polo shirts, sweater vests, bow ties, and khakis. The Dwight bobblehead wearing a skeleton mask was used to advertise Spooked. This is odd due to the fact that Dwight threw the bobblehead away in the duel. The Dwight bobblehead does make a reappearance later in the show, meaning that Dwight had a change of heart and took it out of his garbage bin. When Jim leaves the squash court in Doomsday after secretly trying to stop the message going to Robert California, the clock on the wall says that it is nearly 5:05. Since he literally just tried to stop Robert from seeing the message like a minute before, and Dwight's Doomsday device sending him the message at 5 o'clock p.m., this is an error. The song the band plays in The Warehouse and Pam's Replacement is Midnight Rambler by the highly popular British band The Rolling Stones. In the scene where Andy tries to get the employees to steal his flag in Gettysburg, Gabe can be seen standing beside a tree. The thing is, though, while this scene is going on in the episode, Gabe is giving his Abraham Lincoln presentation. In the Office webisode Payday, Creed mentions to the camera that he plans on using the money that he got from blackmailing members of the Office to buy a helicopter. And while hiding from Robert and his wife and Mrs. California, Jim runs into Creed on the roof playing with a toy helicopter. This is most likely the toy helicopter that he was going to buy in Payday. In Christmas Wishes, Erin revealed that she had scoliosis. Phyllis also reveals that she had scoliosis in the episode The Injury. Due to the fact that Phyllis gave up a child and Erin was in foster care, Phyllis wonders at the end of the season if Erin is her daughter. After trivia aired, fans and critics alike believed that Michael Scott actor Steve Carell made a secret cameo in the episode as a member of an opposite trivia team. NBC later clarified that this was not Carell and that it was merely a coincidence. The songs Big White Elephant and Model Homes by the band In Flight Safety were used in Pool Party during the last scene, and I'm not sure about the scene in the pool where Erin and Dwight challenge Andy to a Chicken Wars fight, respectively. In his talking head in the beginning of Jury Duty, Andy says that stress is like a mayor that makes dancing illegal. Mayor Reverend Shaw Moore did exactly this in the classic 1984 movie Footloose. While discussing ideas for their big trip and special project, Ryan says that they need to think different than Apple. Think Different was an ad campaign that Steve Jobs helped create for Apple in 1997. Though Stanley is in Florida and Tallahassee, his voice can still be heard during the scene at the office where the phones are put on silent, most likely an edited scene. There are 4 romantic plot lines in After Hours where someone is going for it. There's the plotline where Todd Packer and Dwight are going for it and seducing Nellie. Dwight ends up successfully doing so, but nothing comes of it. There is the plotline of Kathy going for it by seducing Jim but failing. There is the plotline of Brandon confronting Daryl about his relationship with Val, but Daryl eventually going for it with Val. And there's the plotline with Erin and Ryan going to find waffles as Ryan goes for it. The song in the beginning of Jim's presentation in Tessa's store is Clocks by the British rock band Coldplay. Ryan let everybody know in the office that Erin wasn't coming back on his Tumblr page. Tumblr is a very popular blog making site. Nellie's nameplate in Get the Girl is obviously Andy's old one. The Burr and Bertram is the one in Bernard. In Welcome Party, Erin says that she got tired by seeing a turkey. A common assertion is that heavy consumption of turkey meat results in drowsiness due to high levels of tryptophan contained in turkey. It's interesting Erin became sleepy without eating any of the turkey. If you pause in the beginning of Angry Andy after Jim shows the list of cliches that Phyllis says when it rains, it says, The plants are going to love this. I sure don't want to get stuck in this on the way home. It's raining cats and dogs. The humidity is going to make my hair freak. The roads are slickest in the first half hour. I actually sleep better in the rain. We're paying for all the sun we got this year. This weather just makes me want to stay at home curled up with a good book. If we lived in Seattle, every day would be like this. I wish I were allowed one rain check a year. I love the smell after it rains, and nobody knows how to drive in the rain. The one-legged dog that Andy adopts in Fundraiser is named Lucy. She plays champion in Parks and Recreation. The actor who plays Mr. Ramesh in Turf War, Dan Castellaneta, voices Homer Simpson, Grandpa Simpson, Barney Gumble, Krusty the Clown, and many others on the longest-running cartoon, The Simpsons. He also voices Grandpa Phil on one of my favorite cartoons of all time, Hey Arnold. Free Family Portrait Studio is the first time that we ever get to see Stanley's other daughter, but her name is never revealed. So that's it for Season 8. If you like this video, you may also like interesting facts from each episode from Seasons 1 through 7 of The Office. And I am planning on making an interesting fact from each episode from Season 9, so be on the lookout for that.